Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Play Fight. I am John. Hang on a minute. I feel a bit. Oh, that's why. I felt a bit light. I am John.
There we are.
Reigning, defending, undisputed Play Fight champion of the world. I'm joined, of course, by Regan and Larry. Guys, how are you today?
I'm all good. I'm good. You guys?
Yeah, not bad. At the minute, I've got a kid and a dog trying to attack each other. Yeah, not bad. Slightly gutted about the title the other day, but you know,
I'll be honest. Yeah, I don't think anyone could have expected what actually happened. I'll be honest.
Yeah, it was stupid how close it was.
Yeah.
But,
congratulations, mate.
Yeah, no, can't congratulate you more.
Keep that in shot. But yeah, it was very close, and it was one surprise entrant that scraped it for me. So I got very lucky.
I'll be honest. It would. I think if I made some decisions that I didn't probably make, I would have gone. I probably could have done it, but even I must be honest. Some of it I couldn't even predict it.
Yeah, that's it. It was a very tough pay-per-view to predict. Watching it live, I think after Brock lost his title, then I was a bit like, right, okay, this is obvious what's happening now.
Yeah,
that is a story for a different day. But today,
for the podcast.
More that. But for today's subject of video, we are going to look at 3 games each. Now, the situation is this: you're about to be stranded on a desert island. You don't know why you've been warned in advance, but you're about to be stranded on a desert island. And you are allowed to take 3 games with you. Now, bear in mind, you don't know how long you're going to be on this island for. Let's just say forever. This island, for some reason, has every console available and full working electricity. Not for phone calls, though. You can't phone anyone out. But you can take 3 games with you. And these are the games that you are essentially going to spend the rest of your life with. So you've got 3 choices each. And the floor is open. What would be your desert island games?
Yeah. Basically, as we're doing it, the Desert Island discs, but instead of music, we're doing it with games, sort of.
Our specialty.
Yeah. I think let's have John, as he is champion, first.
So, you know what? This has been, when I said about this, I thought it would be quite a simple choice. But since thinking about it, I've been a bit... it's been a bit harder to actually narrow it down to 3, especially 3 that I've now got to spend the rest of my time playing to stop myself going completely insane. So my first one, I had to think back all the way back to a game that I've literally grown up with, and a game that even now I can go back and play and not get bored of. And that is Super Mario Bros. 3 for the Super Nintendo. Now, I grew up with this game, and yeah, it's a game that even nowadays, I've replayed this game very recently in the last couple of weeks, and it's just something that you can just pick it up and play. So anytime you're bored or you just fancy a little quick gaming session, you've not got a long time to game. You've got like 10-15 minutes to quickly get some gaming time in before you're going out. I can put this on, and yeah, I can still have fun with it now after all this time. So I think that's definitely got to be in my top 3.
No, I can see. I mean, that is it is one of the classics. Although I know there's the whole AVGN theory over that on Mario 3, which I think you can't lie. There is hints of that what he says in there, and obviously it was basically a big advert for the movie. I've forgotten it was around the same time.
Yeah,
pretty much. Wizard, that was it. The Wizard, which was actually an advert for Mario Bros. 3. But I have to admit, I do like Mario Bros. 3. It wouldn't be on my list.
No, it's funny you bring that up, actually, the Wizard, because I was watching a video earlier about the Wizard and how it was it was meant to be an advert, but ended up being a film or vice versa. And how it advertised.
It was an ad for the Power Glove as well.
Exactly, this is what I mean. Like how they just heavily advertise a Power Glove, and it has that famous line in it where I can't
So
remember the
bad.
guy's name.
It was.
Yeah, he's like, I love the Power Glove. It's so
It's
bad.
so bad. He's like, it really was. It was actually, yeah, it actually was awful.
But yeah, I mean, I think there's no denying that. It was the concept, don't get me wrong, what a great concept. Unfortunately, way ahead of his time.
Yeah. On to your second.
Now, this is probably going to change because come March, we're going to have a brand new wrestling game. We're going to have a brand new WWE game.
Yes.
But for me, I had to chuck a wrestling game in here. And it had... I got stuck. I could have picked two. I could have easily filled this up with all three with wrestling games. But for me, for the sheer... I don't know, and people are going to be like, because I've controversially said this in a video that there's better games out there than this. But for me, just for the sheer pick up and play value and how much customization you can do, I'd have to take No Mercy. I'd have to take No Mercy.
Great one.
Yeah.
Again, it's a game that I've played very recent. All right, granted, I've been playing mods of it, but I've also been playing the original to kind of compare. But yeah, it's just such a great game, and it's just so easy to pick up and play. The story mode changes every single time you play it, and I
was gonna say mate. If you enjoy like No Mercy, why haven't you? I would have said surely Wrestle Empire. We'd probably take that.
I do like Wrestle Empire. Don't get me wrong; it's a brilliant game, but it's the Aki engine. You cannot, for me,
I think that's the thing.
The Aki engine.
While I would say Wrestle Empire has like the content, my lord, does it have content from like the amount of stuff that's going into it to the changing of like teams and everything to that. But even I have to be honest, the Aki engine is seriously, even I have to be honest, is God.
I think so.
You can't not.
I honestly, I just think it's undisputed.
It's just sad the company doesn't technically exist anymore.
Well, yeah, that's it. I mean, big shout out to M. Dickey. He's made what is essentially an amazing, fantastic, almost perfect wrestling game, single-handedly.
Love letter.
And you cannot fault him for that. However, if we're talking about going to a desert island and being stuck playing 3 games, No Mercy, just because it's Aki, it tips it for me. That is.
I mean, it has legends in there as well, like from the great days of the Attitude Era of like The Rock, Austin, Undertaker, and all that period. So I can understand
Triple
that.
H. And you can easily make like wrestlers as well. I know on my like base copy of No Mercy, I've got the Iconics. I've got the Miz.
There were no females in that. Was that the one where they only had China in it?
I can't even remember now. I know there's I think No Mercy's got like 6 females in it. I know you had WrestleMania 2000 that had like no one, and then they chucked a few into No Mercy. But yeah, no, I know I've got like about 20 created wrestlers on there as well, of all like modern day guys. So it kind of just not makes it more replayable, but it kind of puts that modern twist on such a classic game.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, customizing like the superstars on No Mercy, like you could give them obviously like a billion attires, and then you could keep changing every time. I remember doing one for the Undertaker, and it was literally just power white. I was like, that's really spooky.
Yeah.
I know at the minute I've got like a current day Triple H, and I've pretty much gone through and customized everyone to kind of look like what they do now. So Chris Jericho would be out of tights and he's in like leather trousers, basically. Looks more like AEW than he does what he did in 2000 with No Mercy.
Oh yeah, what is this? Went before the Y2J thing? Or was that just as Y2J was starting?
No, I think it would have been just as Y2J come about.
Yeah, no, it wasn't, because it was before he hit WWE. You had the ball that was going through the little loop, wasn't it? And at the time,
yeah, that was it. The countdown.
Yeah, and then obviously one day it just went bang. It was like, yeah, Y2J. And that was it.
Still, that was a great debut.
Yeah, but that was how you build up a superstar coming over and hitting WWE. Now it's just like, oh yeah, we've got this person. 3 weeks
Yeah,
later.
the build-up
Yeah.
is so poor now. So poor.
And was that also the time of the Brood? Or was that just before the Brood?
No, I think
Brood was 97-ish.
Yeah, I feel like this was
I think it was
just
the year
after.
the basic game came out, and I think it would have been, it would have been probably a bit.
Oh, Jesus, dog. Now the third one, I must admit, I got stuck on this so bad because I was trying to think of games that I play now, games that I've grew up with and could like go back to, and I must admit I struggled on this one, but I've got a wrestling game in there. I've got a platformer in there.
Oh,
It'd only be right that I had to have a football game in there to kind of merge all of my loves into gaming.
okay.
Now, there's no way. I mean, don't get me wrong, and I'm probably going to get stick for this, but FIFA 22, the next gen version, I'm still really enjoying. When I had it on PS4, it felt like, when it first came out, it felt like a brand new game. And I was telling everyone, I was like, oh my God, FIFA 22, they've actually redone it this year. And then they thought, yeah, let's patch over it and make it FIFA 21, but with the new skin. And I was like, oh. And then I bought it on next gen. And I was like, yeah, sweet. Okay, it's good. It's good again. But there's a few football games that, and this is what I struggled with so much, because there is some great football games out there from the past.
Yeah, but you've got ISS Pro, you've got Pro Evolution Soccer, you've got This Is Football.
Football 2004, FIFA 07. I mean, they were great ones at the time.
See, and all of them are strongly considered. And there's some other greats. You've got one I thought about putting here, and then I went and replayed it, and I was like, it doesn't hold up so much now. Like, graphics have updated and all that. It kind of takes away from the gameplay, and that was the original FIFA Street. When I
would never ever like, if you look at, I think graphically I agree to that, but I've played all 4 FIFA Street games that have ever been created. FIFA Street 1, which I remember I had a friend had it, and I remember that. And I was like, yeah, it's nice. I quite enjoyed it. It was quite cool. And then FIFA 2, the god of all FIFA Street games of all time, and I still say it's probably the best one of all out there. 3 went downhill. 4, I think, was seriously, they should have carried on making that, because I think 4 was really good, actually.
See, this is the thing.
And I don't know why it was never a problem, but 2, I would actually say, I would say 1 and 2 still have that feel where 3 lost it, and then 4 sort of gained it back, but did it in a different style. But I would say don't ever diss, I think, FIFA Street, the original, but 2's like, God.
What FIFA Street?
Go on.
Where you had like Crash's massive beanpole and like Gattuso's are like a little pit bull.
Ooh.
Where different heights and stuff for them.
Yeah.
Like certain players.
Oh God, no, that could be the Code one. No, is that the Codemaster one or something? Because I've got another FIFA, like Football Street game that was before FIFA Street, and I can't remember what that was called. It could be that one, but I don't know.
No, I'm not. No, the name is eluding me. I can kind of see the game, and I'm probably thinking of a different game altogether. But I can kind of see the game. But I'm glad you mentioned like the 4 FIFA Streets, because I pretty much am on like a level with you. With FIFA Street 1 and 2 were good. FIFA Street 3 was, and then
What was that?
FIFA Street.
It's cartoon. It was cartoony.
They should have looked at that, thought about releasing it, and then just threw it in the bin. And then FIFA Street 4, I really enjoyed. I've still got it now.
Yeah, I do.
There is a football game, and again, some greats mentioned in there. Like, you've got your ISS Pro, you've got the old classic Pro Evos, and this is football. And this is where I got stuck. If I had 4 choices, this would have been easy. I would have had the list. Bang, there you go. But there's 2 football games that I've still got in my collection that I'll still play now.
Same.
This is Football 2005, which
I was wondering if This Is Football's coming up.
And the reason, I'll tell you what, there's a few reasons. One, that's a belt, you idiot. One, the great customization that you had on This Is Football and how easy it was. And 2, funnily enough, our school was represented in that game.
Wow.
So yeah, that was kind of nice little historic nod, and I was like, this is so cool. But that did miss out, and this one's probably going to strike a few people as like that's such a weird choice. But what I have picked for game number 3, that just picked This Is Football 2005, is the Xbox 360 version. It has to be very specific, and there's a reason for this. The Xbox 360 version of FIFA 08. Now,
oh, that is a weird year.
Honestly,
that is a weird year.
So when the first football game on the 360 was FIFA 06 Road to the World Cup. Still got that in my collection.
Oh yeah, I think I did hear it wasn't amazing, or there were some issues with it. I had heard.
You know what? I enjoyed it. Oh my god! Look, I know you've never been a champion before. I enjoyed it, and even that, I literally played it last week for a YouTube video I'm working on, and I was like, yeah, this is still a really good game, just because the gameplay was so different. But then, what I noticed, and it's really weird, I was playing it on beginner, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm picking up some like easy wins that I probably shouldn't be getting. So I put it up a level, and my god, I can't even get into the opponent's other half. It's ridiculous how hard that the game becomes just by putting it up a level. There is no in between from beginner and intermediate. It's just, this is too easy. Lol, you've got no chance. And that for me kind of ruined it a bit, because I was like, okay, I'm enjoying the gameplay, but I'm either playing all these games that I know I'm going to score 5-6 goals and win, or I'm going to just get frustrated because I can't even get into the opponent's other half, let alone get near their goal. So I'm not sure about FIFA 07. You know what? I don't think I ever had the 360 or PS. I might have had it on PS3 actually, but
PS2. I had the PS2 version of FIFA 07. That was great. That was legendary.
Now for me,
this was football.
Yeah, that's a great game. But for me,
yeah,
FIFA 08 on the 360, when I've played, not even just other versions, it just feels like a different game. It doesn't feel like FIFA. For 1 year, in these whole... What's going on here?
Your camera's gone.
Yeah, I know. I'm not sure why. That's just... There we go. Someone trying to ring me. For some weird reason, in between FIFA 07 and FIFA 09, they thought, right, we're going to redesign the game. When they released it on PS2, it was FIFA. You know, it's the same problem we have now.
Yeah,
it's a new skin over an old game. But
especially
FIFA
on Switch
on the 360 is, I can't explain it. The gameplay is just like unreal.
No, I know what you mean, because I remember when I played, which one was it? Was it FIFA 16? I think it was FIFA 16. This is before I've kind of gone off FIFA completely. I remember I played FIFA 16 on, I think it was on PS3 originally, and then went on playing PS4, and it was like, what? It was like so much different. It was so much better.
This is it.
But I would say, yeah. So I know what you mean.
So this FIFA 08 on the 360, it felt like this is what next gen football should feel like. It felt like a next gen game. It felt like a completely different football game. And then they released FIFA 09, and it's like, oh, it's the same. All right, cool, no worries.
I think that's the one. I think it was my fifth FIFA on PlayStation 3 was, I think, 09, because then I got 11.
Yeah.
Then after, and then I think I got 13. Hated 13. Sold it. After that was the buggy one, and then went on to 14, and then I think I did like 16 and every. But to be honest, I don't really buy them now.
No, that's it.
I mean, the only FIFAs I've kept are the World Cup one. I used to have the World Cup one because it was on PS3. I don't have it anymore. I had the World Cup one, 07 and 04, because I just couldn't. I sold 04 and then had to buy it back, so it was too much of like my first ever FIFA game. So it was like, no, I need it back. And also it was like the great period of Arsenal and Real Madrid and those kind of days of like, and the music was good in it. I can't not love the music from FIFA 4. And then I've still got 14, and I've still got a couple of the other ones, but I just don't see the point of the other ones really.
Yeah, no, that's it. Like, there's some FIFAs that generally feel different. And while we're talking about it, I do need to give a shout out to FIFA 2003 as well, because they was kind of in the middle of they had that period. I think it was between FIFA 99 and 2002. They all just felt the same. And then FIFA 2003, it just felt like a different game. It felt like This Is Football, something like that. And it was brilliant. And then FIFA 04, they retried it, and then they've done the same game on 05, 06. But yeah, FIFA 08 are just, there's no way I could
6 was a bit different because they also added the legendary, like, I don't know what year it was. It was the FIFA game of that, like, of past years from, like, the old games of past in 06. But I can't remember which one it was. I think it was like the anniversary or something. Also, 15th anniversary or something.
I know because obviously FIFA 06, it was the first ever time you see the Classic 11. And that felt good. That was a good game. I remember putting that was cool, first time. And I picked United, and then it was like, right, okay, you're going to take on a team of world-class legends, and they completely battered me. And I remember turning the PlayStation 2 off, putting it back on just to keep trying to beat this team. And in the end, I give up because I couldn't do it. But
no, I never could do it. I think I might have done it once. I tried. I think once,
I've done it once more recently, like when I've been replaying through FIFAs. But yeah, no, there's some great, like in the past, there's been some great FIFA games. However, FIFA 2008 or FIFA 08, that'd be my third choice. I can't put words on it. But yeah, it felt like a different game, played like a different game. It felt like, all right, we've left the PS2 behind. We're on the next gen, and this is what next gen football is going to be. And if they'd have kept that engine for a few years, would have been absolutely perfect. But unfortunately, they didn't. And again, I've replayed FIFA 08. I play it a couple of times a year just because I love the gameplay that much. And yeah, that's my third choice. It's FIFA 08, No Mercy, Super Mario Bros. 3. If I was to be stranded on a desert island right now, that would be my free choice of games. And yeah, I think I'd be a happy man.
I think it's on to me now, isn't it?
It is. It is indeed.
Right. Okay. Now, this took me when that was. I think we put it in the WhatsApp. I saw that. I was like, okay, great idea, loved it. Give me a couple of days because I had to kind of plan out what I was thinking. Because I obviously knew I had to do something like, if it was like forever, you needed something that would last a long time, or you could play for like willy-nilly whenever.
Yeah, cool.
So, I mean, the first one that I think came up easily in my mind was Skyrim on the PC. And before anyone asks, obviously the most recent version, which is, I don't know, the anniversary edition or whatever they're calling it now.
I think it is.
Something like that. But it has to be the PC version for one simple reason. Actually, no, two simple reasons. One, the mod support, because while it's, I think, as good on Xbox and PlayStation, it's still not as good as PC.
Yeah.
And secondly, command coding. End of story. I command code the flipping thing out of that because the game's so hard. I'm like, screw it, unlimited health, give me as much money as I need. It makes it easier to play with. It makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, that's it. No, that's fair. Good reason. I
mean, the world's gorgeous. The music's amazing. I mean, the whole idea is like Lord of the Rings without the hobbits.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. It's nice. The story's really cool. And like the DLC is really good with the kind of the vampires, the other bits in there. I forgot. Cool, but no, that game is just brilliant, just as a whole. So I mean, I can't lie when I say that. Obviously, I think Skyrim. I think I'm not the only person that would probably say
no,
Skyrim.
Definitely not. Yeah, definitely
no.
Not.
Second one. Now this will change depending on the one which is coming up. I think it's August or September this year when this next one comes out. Because again, I think it would be PC, but I would be honest, it's mainly because of the modding support on it. It's ridiculous on it. And that's TDU 2.
Okay.
Or Test Drive Unlimited 2. Which I know a lot of people will go, really? Are you absolutely sure? No, I am absolutely sure. I'm aware of its like debut days where it was a bit of it was a buggy mess. But you've got a massive world, 2 locations, like to a point, like as a whole. So you've got Ibiza and Hawaii. The roads are amazing. The vehicles are gorgeous, and the audio, and you get some good music. It feels like a own world in another world. I mean, the modding is ridiculous. I mean, there's so many mods that are very popular, like the unofficial patch. There's like other ones that gives us more location and more choice of vehicles that are also very popular, that are very good. I mean, obviously, I am very well aware that TDU Solar Crown is coming out, which obviously, if that's even better, obviously I'm swapping over to that.
Of course, yeah, fair.
But I think anyone who's played TDU 2 knows I have a point of saying, like, yeah, no, it's still ahead of its game. It's still ahead of its time.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, I don't know if you played it or not.
Yeah, I've played it. And yeah, to be fair, I've said before, I'm not a massive racing game person, purely for the fact, not because I don't enjoy them. I love racing games. I'm so poor at them. It just winds me up. But
that's why I do them.
Yeah, that's it. But no, honestly, that's a really good shout. I can't even dispute that.
Because I mean, a lot of people say, "Well, why don't you go Forza?" Like, true. I mean, there's a lot of vehicles, and you can do a lot of the customizations, which you can't do in TDU 2. Very true. But there's something about TDU that Forza still doesn't get, with the idea of kind of the whole world, the location, the sort of buying a house, making it your own, like choosing where cars go in certain points, is furnishing the house.
I think that's
I mean, I remember. Yeah, no, I mean, I will say to anyone who is planning this, like, as well, like, ignore the rating, the rating, because I think I put it as, I think it was a 12 or was it 16? Oh no, it's a 12. I think.
Yeah.
Because I put it as a 12 because I think it was one of the few times they actually put the unusual. I think, like, if you're in Peggy, like if you're in the UK, or Europe, more the point, they put those symbols at the back, and one of them was the sexual one in it. And I must be, I was like, really? I mean, there's like double entendres, and then there's the car wash thing, which I'll be honest, ain't necessary and then mandatory. And the gambling, which I think they also put at the back of the box, ain't even in the game from standard, it's DLC. So you don't even have to buy it either, which just makes it even funnier. But no, there's something about Test Drive that makes it, I think it's the whole idea where Forza is just about the car racing, where this actually feels like a whole lifestyle.
Yeah, that's it. I think, like you just said, Forza's great. Don't get me wrong. I love Forza. But TDU just takes, I don't know, it's more than just a racing game because of the extra things you get to do in it. And
the first one, you could actually rent vehicles.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that.
I was really sad actually when they dropped that. It was like kind of a cool thing. Like the first thing when you get to the island, you rent a car, and then you buy your first car. It's kind of that was cool. That's cool. I mean, yeah, you didn't have the freedom like you do in Unlimited 2, but you could rent cars out, which was really cool.
You know what?
And obviously the club situation and the club
again now. You've made me want to go and fight.
Still a good game. But it's just that it's also not backwards compatible. That's the thing. Or else I would buy it.
That's true.
I mean, it's on I mean, you can still get it on PC, but I would say I don't know if the DLC still on there. But
probably. Yeah, I can't imagine why it wouldn't be.
No, I know car licenses they do run out sometimes.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
Yeah, so I don't know, but on to the final one. This one was pretty easy for me, and it would have to be the Xbox One version of this, because I have heard recently the PC version's been a bit broken. And that's Flight Simulator 2020? Simply being, it's the entire world, and you can fly it in real time with many different things. I don't even need to go any further. That would like occupy anyone for yonks.
Literally, yeah. It's hard to get bored of that game.
Nice. I was playing at Belong, Shadow, though.
Yeah.
So I was literally, that's all I did. I played Belong the whole way through. It was brilliant. It's fun.
No, it is. It's a great game. And it's something that would certainly keep you occupied for a very long time.
No, you can't not. I mean, the original was maybe fun, but with the most recent one, you've got the entire world because of Bing Maps.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, I can go and literally go. I literally did it in my game. I literally started from, I think it was Southend Airport. I just knew that, like, follow the train route, and then went, oh, there's my house. You can do that. You can do that on others because it's so well done and it's brilliant.
No, it really
hell,
is.
you can even go to Area 51 if you wanted to.
Yeah, which is something you can't really get to say much in real life.
That's very true.
No, that's some great games there. Actually, some really good games there.
Yeah.
And now I really want to go and hunt down a copy of TDU2 and.
Good luck. No, seriously, they are really rare now. They're really rare to come by, especially on Xbox. I would say because I think when I got mine on PlayStation, I actually had to go for my Blockbuster.
Wow.
That was how hard it was.
There's a blast in the past
at the time. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, you used to have a Blockbuster near me, but no, I don't. They're very hard games to come by now. TDU games, unless you go for Steam or obviously other places. But yeah, no, definitely.
No, I mean, like you said, Skyrim is just it's Skyrim. I think everyone and their nan has played Skyrim, some version or another.
Well, no, it was a nano that did play Skyrim. So I think she was in the Guinness World Records for being one of the oldest YouTubers out there.
I remember this, and I remember reading it. Like, you know what? Good for her.
Yeah, it was a nice idea. I liked it.
Yeah, TDU2, great game. More than just a racing game, which I think is why it's so very highly regarded
and has its cult following.
Yeah, this is it. It's not just.
I mean, yes, it has its gambling mechanics in it, and I'll admit, yeah, it's in there. But I will be honest, it's really not mandatory.
No,
really not.
No, that's fair enough. And obviously, Flight Simulator. What needs to be said about that?
You have Top Gun in there now, so I don't need to go any further.
Wow, well, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, because you got one of the jet fighters in there now. I was literally driving that at the blog store yesterday. I was thinking it should have got me there a lot quicker. It didn't. So I was trying to go from Australia to New Zealand. It didn't work too well because I think it's still too much sea to land. So
yeah, I can imagine.
Didn't work. Yeah.
Mental. Right. I can see Regan. I'm not sure if he is about 2 seconds, he's saying.
No worries.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm having a conversation. Sorry, boys.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. We turned around and he started boy interested, and then Paul went, "Oh, I might be interested."
$5 grand though.
Turned around and I'm like, "Oh, fuck it. If they pay me a drink, then they're like, they can have it." I'll find another one.
Why not?
I'll find another broken one.
Oh yeah, sorry boys. I've got to change my games now. Because one's already
because I nicked yours. I know I nicked one of yours.
Yeah. Alright, that's all right, mate.
Wait, what one did he nick then? I'm guessing Skyrim.
Skyrim. Yeah, it was Skyrim.
Thought so.
Right, I'm gonna say we've got a war because it's got a war. That's so
well, I'm
much better.
assuming the PS4 version, not the PS3 one or the PS2 one.
No, the PS4 one. Well, actually, any of them, to be honest, because they're all brilliant games.
They are.
I've really found love for the latest one. Well, I'll say latest one, but the
PS4.
2019 game. Because I've been watching people streaming that. I got into it and then stopped playing it. And then, I started watching people streaming. I'm like, actually, do you know what? I need to get back into this game. And then started it the other week. And I was like, wow, yeah, I'm completely done with this one. This is just like the best game I've probably played in my life. So much to find, obviously. Then you're hunting around. You got to build him up and then build up the boy. And then, obviously, so you have what happens at the end of man and then build into the...
Oh, yeah. I mean, I played a lot of that because I remember I've never owned it. I was at a I think it was like what they call it, like shut down, like belong thing where they used to do them.
Yeah.
We basically stayed over the night, and I literally played the last couple of hours. I literally just played God of War, just like, okay, I know I'm never going to own it. I just want to see what it was like, and I'm asking myself. I don't know if it's because I don't like Greek mythology. I've never really been into the whole God of War games. I think it might be also to do with gore. May have had something to do with that as well. But I've never been a massive. But I did enjoy just playing it there just for a couple of hours. It was joy. I mean, quality-wise, it's gorgeous. Although everyone now nicknames the movie, the game, God of Boy instead of God of War, because the amount of times he actually says "boy" through the whole flipping thing.
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't annoy me. But it was
No,
just
I think it just shows how good parenting is not him.
Yeah.
Like I can't remember who told me the reason behind why they left. Like obviously why he calls him Boy is because they didn't have a name for him, so it was just easier to call him Boy. And then every now and then you hear his name, and you're like, right, okay. And it goes, oh yeah, Boy. But you've just name like within the last cutscene. It was like 5 minutes ago, and now you just call him Boy. But yeah.
I remember like the best bit was the obviously the VGAs.
Yeah.
Literally the two of them. You just see the guy just like waiting. He just goes to read it, boy. Like you just see everyone. Oh, that just makes everyone laugh.
No, yeah, that's a great moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I found out, I was thinking when you're going through the story, it's like he has a bit more compassion for him. Like, obviously, he doesn't want to die anyway, but you know what I mean? He has that little bit more.
No, there is a sort of relationship between the son and obviously Grados, but
yeah,
I think you know what I mean. There is a bit more of a kind of relationship. There is a story. It's not just him going out for revenge because of his parent or like mother, wife, or someone dying. There is actually somewhat more of a story, slow paced, and I must with Ragnarok coming out soon. It could. I mean, this definitely is going to make it very much looked at.
Yeah, I can't wait for that one. I need to complete this one before I even think about going for that one, even though it's not out yet. But you know, I've got to complete it.
Shit.
I know what happens, which is great. And then it's like, if I can complete it and then get the new one, I'm like, you know, it's all gonna go whoosh.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. My second game, it was going to be Skyrim, but obviously we've had a conversation. Well, you've had a conversation about that one already. So I'm going to change mine to Red Dead Redemption 2.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
Good shout. Okay.
And that's solely because, there's like 6 chapters to it, and then obviously it builds into the first one. But the gameplay, and it takes a while to get round, and you've got stuff to find.
God, no, that's the one thing I must admit, I never owned it. I did it by Game Pass, like the whole thing, and I must. I mean, it's like that first bit of the whole game takes forever.
Legit.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a short. I would say I know because I played the first one. I like the first one.
First one was good.
The first.
Different.
But the second one, I think it's another. It's very realistic, very well done, and I like the character and everything. Like the time you go through the game, your beard kind of grows and your hair sort of like you need to get trims and all sorts of that, which I think is really cool. But it takes forever to get anywhere in the game, and that's the problem for me. I mean, in a way, it's like if you're on a desert island, it's amazing because it means you waste a lot of time. But that's partly the reason why, if I was going for a Western game, I would go Call of Juarez because it's a lot more easy to play and it just goes from point to point to point. And I think the gunslinging is better in Call of Juarez than any other one, especially in Bound of Blood. But I would say, even I can't lie and say 2, like quality-wise, music-wise, and realism-wise, it's by far amazing. I mean, I would actually say to anyone who was thinking about playing Red Dead Redemption 1, it's actually a prequel, a sequel to Red Dead Redemption 2, which is really weirdly named. But, I mean, there's also the online, but no one cares about the online because it's completely no one cares about. And that's why I think a lot of people get quite annoyed because they're not doing anything on the online. I'll be honest. I've played a little bit of the online. It's nothing special. It just feels very lackluster and you need way too much microtransaction to do anything in it.
Yeah, but all they tried doing was putting the solo game as it was, doing like a couple of little bits and then going, oh yeah, it's online. It's like, it doesn't work like that. You need to build something. It's like, oh yeah, become a bounty hunter. Right, okay. That's brilliant. And then you go do your bounty hunters and you've got someone that's come along and goes, oh, you're dead.
That's it.
But
GTA 5 might be idiotic in some place, but at least it has more content than Red Dead Redemption Online.
Yeah, but they've plugged a lot into that over the years, so.
That's what I mean. Think about how old that game is, right? And how relevant it still is. Like how much content they're still pumping into it.
With a load of microtransactions.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but you can't, like with the transactions, you can't even say you feel like you're getting your money's worth because you're going, oh yeah, it's like whatever, and then it's like gone. You're like, oh.
Yeah, that's the problem. In the old days, it was fine. But now it's like literally you need microtransactions for every single new thing, or else you're screwed.
Yeah.
Unless you do like the money heists, which God knows how many times you have to do those to get anything good.
And then there's only so many times you can sit and go, oh yeah, I can do this one again. I can do this one. Oh, I can't do this no more because I've done it several times.
Yeah,
like
it's becoming mind numbing.
Yeah. But yeah, no. So God of War, to be fair, any of them, but obviously the latest one, probably one of the best games ever made. The actual series of them are the best games. Red Dead 2, just because of obviously if you're going to be sitting on the desert island again, you've got a lot of time to waste. Might as well.
Quiet.
Yeah.
And for the final third one,
I was going to pick a wrestling game, and then I realised that after a while I kind of get a bit bored of them. Same as football games, because it's obviously GM mode. Well, I say GM mode, like the no, it is GM, isn't it?
Yeah, GM mode. It's GM.
Yeah, like you've got your 3 shows, you pin them all up, and then you go, right, well, yeah, I want to put so and so together, and then it's like, oh, I want to do this, and then you got to try and keep creating stories to make it more fresh and more relevant. And it's like, after a while, you're kind of going to run out of ideas that's going to entertain yourself anyway. Football games, I feel like you can only play for so long, and then you go, right, I'm
bored.
Yes. But to be fair, FIFA 22 was different, as it was stated. It felt fresh, it felt new, and then, like I said, it had the patch, and then it went a bit downhill.
Iffy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think for this one, it would have to be one of the Forza Horizon series. I know they're not massive games.
Well, no, I would say, well, I think 4's pretty big, 5's massive against what the other ones are.
Yeah, but like, you know what I mean? It's not. You could probably do it within like a day and a half, and you've done majority of it. You know what I mean? Like the races, boards and stuff.
I would say, yeah, I think. I mean, yeah. I mean, 1, a lot of people still love 1. 2, I think had its great locations and roads, but the idea of like you having to do it all in like championship style was ruined. And then 3, I think, was quite fun. 4 was I do like 4. I do admit it would have been nice to have had it in London, maybe more of the kind of street style, because it just feels way too narrow roads, but it's still got nice roads and still some like graduations. Where 5 just, I was really concerned about 5 when it came out originally with Mexico, but I must admit they put it out the bag. They really pulled it out of the bag.
100%.
Yeah, I think that's the best one so far. But yeah, I'd probably pick that one just because of the amount of stuff you can do and everything else. Like I said, like you feel like you're going to.
And then you got the DLC content, which is coming out.
Yeah, I know that they changed.
I'll be intrigued to what they do, because I know they do like 1 big expansion, 1 theme. So I'll be intrigued to see what it will be. Because obviously we've had Lego, we've had Hot Wheels. I'll be very intrigued what they'll do next. I don't know, Micro Machines?
Probably.
Possibly, yeah.
Well, didn't they?
Yeah, maybe. But I'll be intrigued to see what the next location would be. Like, what could they do? Because I know Scott, like with Britain, we did a little island, like kind of the York and the Isles in Scotland sort of thing. And then I think with Australia, we did like a snowy location.
Yeah.
But I'll be intrigued to see what they do for Mexico. I'll be very intrigued to see what they do for Mexico. What they could even attempt. Smaller.
Well, yeah, that's it. What is it going to be?
The thing is, the good thing with the Horizon, every time like your season changes, it changes with it. So
yeah,
you get your sun, then you get your rain, and then you get like your whatever, which I think is really cool. It's a good idea.
Yeah, I would say. I think snow was a problem, although I think Mexico is actually less of a problem than it was in 4.
Yeah, but it went all right with like number 4, but the map was too small.
Yeah, it just annoyed everyone because literally they were like, "Oh, I've got these races," and then you're like, not only are you like slower by a load, the traction was a lot harder because obviously on snow.
Yeah,
it just made it a lot more annoying.
Yeah, no, that was true, but yeah, no, it's still good though.
And
then
I think Sorry, as you start to say.
I was gonna say, and the Fast and Furious edition, that had the good cars in there, but it wasn't long enough.
Yeah, no, because that was really annoying actually, because you now can't get that now, which is really annoying because it was in 2. Although weirdly, I think it was partly DLC in 3. Oh no, it wasn't. It was DLC in 6.
Yeah,
that was it. It was DLC in 6. And no, I must admit, no, it's probably. I would say that's probably. I mean, I would say an honorable mention. I would say are the ones that you get like more than one game in, like the Uncharted Legacy collection. You've got all the trilogies that have sort of been made, like
great
ones. I mean, the best one I could say off the top of my head probably would be Kingdom Hearts. So far, nice. Because it's not one game; it's about 8 games.
Yeah, I think so.
It's about 8 games, and I bear in mind these aren't short games; these are quite long games.
Well, yeah, they're 8 full-length games, like what you'd expect from a single release, 8 times.
Yeah, just continuations until we get to 3, which is just recently. Yes, you heard me. They literally didn't do 3 8 times. They literally were refusing to do 3 for God knows how long.
Weird that.
Yeah, like 2.5, 2.5 flip back prequel. What? Where is this in the timeline?
Kingdom Hearts 2 and 7 8. Surprised you didn't get that.
Yeah. Is there any other honorable mentions you would say that actually could be you can think of?
I don't know. You guys are pretty much covered. Like what I would pick as an.
I mean, the only other one I can think of is maybe Fallout.
Yeah, Fallout's not bad.
Or what's that one which is basically Fallout but not Fallout, but made by the people that made Outlast. No, is it Outlast?
No, I don't know.
No. What's the one that was it made by Obsidian? Because it was basically Fallout but without the Fallout.
Yeah, I can't remember. It might have been Obsidian actually.
I think it was that Outlast or something? Let's have a quick look.
I don't know.
No, it's not Outlast, you blithering idiot.
Race Run, isn't it?
Yeah, something out. Fallout. Yeah, it was. No, was it Obsidian? Yeah, it was Obsidian. It is. The Outer Worlds. That was it.
Yeah, that was a good game actually. I enjoyed that. I got a lot of stick, but I didn't think it's a bad game.
No, it's a good game. I think it's a really good game.
I thought it was alright. I know a lot of people.
I think that's another good example. Yeah, it's basically because it wasn't Bethesda. Like, okay, it works. It runs. And I played it. It's fun. It's fun.
I thought it was alright. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, I do. It's quite a nice game.
I think what else would I have as an honourable mention? Just because, and alright, I'm a bit annoyed now that I've missed one of these out. And people are going to say, oh, you picked the wrong one. But, and actually, no, I'm not going to pick that. I was going to say, I would have picked it for childhood memories, but I think if I was going to go with a Mario Kart, it would probably have to be 8 Deluxe. If not, Mario Kart Wii.
No, the 2 most popular ones, I will be honest, they are the 2 most popular ones.
Yeah, I mean,
the DS one was fun. The DS one was always quite fun.
Yeah, I loved the DS version.
That was my first Mario Kart, was DS one, and that was cool. I loved that. That was so much fun.
No, see, I grew up with all the Mario Karts, and then I stopped playing. And then when I played DS, I was like, yeah, I'm getting straight back into this.
Is there any other one? I'm trying to think, is there any other good ones?
Uncharted's another good one.
No, no. If you get, because they've just released the Uncharted Legacy, I think it's called, where it comes with the first 3 and 4 and the expansion one they did. They've just released that, which they basically get 5 games in 1, which is, I think, a really good deal.
Well, yeah, exactly. Can't argue that, can you?
No. I mean, I know there's a Tomb Raider one as well with the most recent trilogy as well, which is another good shout.
Yeah.
But
other than that,
I can't think of many, because I think even, like I say, racing games wise, I mean, the problem is I would say a lot don't. I mean, the only other one I would say and I know I know I'll get a lot of hate for saying this, but I say screw them, and that's Project Cars 2. Because I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's not as good as RFAC or iRacing. But one, Project Cars 2 does not have any like monthly subscriptions or stupidly overpriced, like, I don't know, DLC. But not only that, the amount of classes you get and tracks is really good. But I mean, I would say 3 until obviously 3 was a complete mess and it's more of arcadey than sim. I would say Project Cars 2 is the only one I'd say if I had to go sim racing. I would say Project Cars 2 for that because you got a load of content, load of tracks, all set on there, no need for modding, done.
No, it's fun as well. It's not just a racing game where you're like, yeah, that's all right. It's a decent like racing game.
No, I mean because I know a lot of people hate the campaign. I love the campaign for that because you literally could start from the bottom and work your way up.
Yeah.
To do like to the big leagues and do like proper series in proper ways. I mean, like do Le Mans and Daytona and stuff. It was a lot better.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I didn't hate Project Cars 2 at all. I thought it was a good game.
No.
It's not. If I was picking a racing game, it wouldn't be that. But I didn't hate it.
No, it's not. I think to anyone casual, it's like, yeah, it's good. It's very realistic. But I think to a lot of the purists, very purists, like the iRacing fans, the RFAX fans, they go, or I think even a set of Corsa fans, they sometimes do like to hate on Project Cars 2. But I must be honest, I think it's morely because it's the company and one of the guys. It was morely what it stands for. Where, I mean, the first one, yeah, it made some errors. 2, they fixed it. 3, they went backwards by making it more arcadey. But if you don't think of it as a Project Cars 3 game, just think it as a Shift 3. It's a better game. But I would say I'd rather have Project Cars 2 because it's more sim and more realistic and you have more content on that. Then 3 is, and at least you can play online on Project Cars 2, which you can't do on 3 because no one's on there. I've tried. I've looked for someone. There's no one there.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Which actually brings me to a good point. Funnily enough, I'm working on a video for Xbox 360 where I've not just like any specific games, but games that I've got in my collection that I've not got rid of. And I'm seeing what's still got the servers up and who's still playing. And there's some big shocks coming.
I know that they've just said, like, we've just sadly lost the Halo ones recently, which is really sad. But I know there's like some that have still got a lot of people playing them.
Yeah, there are some big shocks coming in this video. Like some of which, not even that the servers are online, which I was a bit like, blimey. But some that people are still playing, and I'm like, what the hell? All right, it's like 3 or 4 people, and they probably all know each other that's on there, and then they see me, just some random, like, what are you doing? But
yeah,
mad, absolutely mad. But that is that. That was, and has been our Desert Island games. So if there are any that you guys would add to the list, let us know in the comment section down below and let us know why you would add them. If you like the video, of course, give it a thumbs up, share about with your friends, and click that subscribe button for more Play Fight content. Till next time, I have been your Play Fight champion. I've been joined by Larry and Regan. That was our Desert Island games. We bid you all peace, love, and we will see you very soon for some more Play Fight action.